Hello, I'm Next White, and this is my stellar life cycle presentation for the Gravity and Light Book 3. So, first, we will be going over the birth of stars. Stars can come from clusters. This is due to the availability of ideal locations. Clusters can come in two types, globular clusters and open clusters. Globular clusters contain some of the oldest stars in the universe, while open clusters contain young and old stars. Stars form in nebulae due to the collapsing of dust and gas. One type of nebulae that stars can form from are molecular clouds. Molecular clouds are crucial to the development of galaxies due to the fact that they create molecules under heat and pressure. Before stars move on to the main sequence star, they become protostars. These stars spin and accumulate matter with their gravitational pull until they become heavy enough to ignite and become a main sequence star. Low mass stars will first become T-Tauri stars before becoming a main sequence star, and these stars are unstable, and so they contract and they look like they're pulsing in the sky. Main sequence stars are characterized by fusing hydrogen into helium within their cores, and these contribute for about 90% of the stars in the universe. Brown dwarfs are failed stars because they never reached the heat required to start the ignition process to become a main sequence star. So they go straight to being a white dwarf. Old age stars have begun to move off of the main sequence because they've stopped fusing hydrogen into helium. But there are still other heat fusion processes that are keeping them from collapsing in. The low mass stars will form red giant, the lower mass stars will form red giants, and the higher mass stars will form red supergiants. Once stars die, meaning they have completely exhausted all of the fusion processes in their core, they will become a variety of things. Smaller stars will become planetary nebulas. Their core will shrink while their outer layers expand until gravity loses track of the outer layers and they expand. And that expansion releases energy, and that energy creates new elements. White dwarfs come from small stars collapsing once the fusion in their core stops. Now, white dwarfs don't have any fusion at all, so they are perpetually cooling for the rest of their lives. And they're very hot to begin with, but they're not very luminous because of how small they are. A binary white dwarf can happen when two white dwarfs orbit each other. And what happens is they create gravitational waves, and they can either collapse or one will start feeding off of the other one. Different types of the deaths include nova. This is what a star's luminosity increases and decreases. You can see this in the first picture here. A type 2 supernova comes from a white dwarf exceeding critical mass and exploding. Here you can see a white dwarf doing so by getting matter from another star. And here you can see it doing so by colliding with another star. And so for a type 2 supernova, this happens when a massive star dies. These supernova have hydrogen lines in their spectra, and they produce black holes or neutron stars. And you can see an example of that right here. Supernova remnants are areas of strong magnetic fields and plasma. Now, these interact with the stellar stuff within the nebula to create shock waves such as this. Finally, we have stellar remnants. This is the true end of a star. So we get from this a black hole. This is the core of a star that has been condensed so much that its escape velocity now exceeds that of the speed of light. But because within this universe nothing can exceed the speed of light, nothing can exit black holes once it reaches beyond that event horizon. Now, black holes are categorized by their mass, and there are two main types of black holes. There are supermassive black holes, and these are the most massive stars that can form black holes, and they are found at the center of galaxies. Meanwhile, stellar mass black holes come from less massive stars, and they are found all throughout the galaxies. Now, stellar remnants, we have neutron stars. These go through many different conversion processes before eventually collapsing into a neutron star, and They lie at the center of supernovas. Pulsars are a type of rotating neutron star. They rotate thousands of times a minute. And so they are going extremely fast and they have extremely strong electromagnetic fields. And that pulls all of the matter towards the poles, which creates these electromagnetic light beams that are not emitted from the axes. So when the star is spinning, the beams come in and out of view, appearing as though like a lighthouse. Finally, we have black dwarfs, and these are the final form of white dwarfs. But these are theoretical because white dwarfs take so long to cool that that has not yet occurred yet. So we have not yet had a chance to witness a black dwarf. And that is the end of my presentation.